Mr. President of the United States of America, Mr. President of the Arab Republic of Egypt, Mr. Vice President, Mr. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Speaker of the Knesset, members of the cabinets of the United States, of Egypt, and Israel, members of the Congress and the Knesset, Your Excellencies, Chairman of the Board of Governors of the Jewish Agency, Chairman of the Executive of the Zionist Organization, Mrs. Gruber, the mother of the sons, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I have come from the land of Israel, the land of Zion and Jerusalem, and here I am in humility and with pride as a son of the Jewish people, as one of the generation of the Holocaust and redemption. The ancient Jewish people gave the world the vision of eternal peace, of universal disarmament, of abolishing the teaching and the learning of war. Two prophets, Yeshayahu ben Amoz and Micha HaMorashti, having foreseen the spiritual unity of man under God, with his word coming forth from Jerusalem, gave the nations of the world the following vision, expressed in identical terms. And they shall beat the swords into plowshares and the spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Despite the tragedies and disappointments of the past, we must never forsake that vision, that human dream, that unshakable faith. Peace is the beauty of life. It is sunshine. It is the smile of a child, the love of a mother, the joy of a father, the togetherness of a family. It is the advancement of man, the victory of a just cause, the triumph of truth. Peace is all of these, and more, and more. These are words I uttered in Oslo on December the 10th, 1978, while receiving the second half of the Nobel Peace Prize. The first half went, rightly so, to President Sadat. And I took the liberty to repeat them here on this momentous historic occasion. It is a great day in the annals of two ancient nations, Egypt and Israel, whose sons met in battle 5 times in one generation, fighting and falling. Let us turn our hearts to our heroes and pay tribute to their eternal memory. It is thanks to them, to our fallen heroes, that we could have reached this day. However, let us not forget that in ancient times, our two nations met also in alliance. Now we make peace the cornerstone of cooperation and friendship. It is a great day in your life, Mr. President of the United States. You have worked so hard, so insistently, so consistently to achieve this goal. And your labors and your devotion bore God-blessed fruit. Our friend President Sadat said that you are the unknown soldier of the peacemaking effort. I agree, but as usually with an amendment. A soldier in the service of peace you are. You are, Mr. President, even horrible dictu, an intransigent fighter for peace. But Jimmy Carter, the President of the United States, is not completely unknown. And so is his effort, which will be remembered and recorded by generations to come. It is, of course, a great day in your life, Mr. President of the Arab Republic of Egypt. In the face of adversity and hostility, you have demonstrated the human value that can change history, civil courage. A great field commander once said, "Civil courage is sometimes more difficult to show than military courage." You showed both, Mr. President. But now it is time for all of us to show civil courage in order to proclaim to our peoples and to others, no more war, no more bloodshed, no more bereavement, peace unto you, shalom, salam forever. And it is, ladies and gentlemen, the third greatest day in my life. The first was May the 14th, 1948, when our flag was hoisted. Our independence in our ancestors' land was proclaimed after 1878 years of dispersion, persecution, humiliation, and ultimately physical destruction. We fought for our liberation alone, and with God's help, we won the day. That was spring, such a spring we can never have again. The second day was when Jerusalem became one city, and our brave, perhaps most hardened soldiers, the parachutists, embraced with tears and kissed the ancient stones of the remnants of the wall destined to protect the chosen place of God's glory. Our hearts wept with them in remembrance. Omdot hayu ragleinu b'sha'araych Yerushalayim, Yerushalayim habenuya ke'ir shechubra la יחדיו. This is the third day in my life. I have signed the Treaty of Peace with our great neighbor, with Egypt. The heart is full and overflowing. God gave me the strength to persevere, to survive the horrors of Nazism and of a Stalinite concentration camp, and some other dangers. To endure, not to waver in or flinch from my duty, to accept abuse from foreigners, and what is more painful, from my own people, and even from my close friends. This effort too bore some fruit. Therefore, it is the proper place and appropriate time to bring back to memory the song and prayer of thanksgiving I learned as a child in the home of father and mother that doesn't exist anymore, because they were among the 6 million people, men, women, and children, who sanctified the Lord's name with their sacred blood, which reddened the rivers of Europe, from the Rhine to the Danube, from the Buk to the Volga, only because they were born Jews, and because they didn't have a country of their own, and neither a valiant Jewish army to defend them, and because nobody came to their rescue, although they cried out, "Save us, save us," de profundis, from the depths of the pit and agony. That is the song of the Greeks, written 2 millennia and 500 years ago, when our forefathers returned from their first exile to Jerusalem and Zion. שיר המעלות, בשוב אדוני את שיבת ציון, היינו כחולמים. אז ימלא שחוק פינו ולשוננו רינה. אז יאמרו בגויים, הגדיל אדוני לעשות עם אלה, הגדיל אדוני לעשות עמנו, היינו שמחים. שובה אדוני את שבותנו, שובה אדוני את שבותנו, כאפיקים בנגב, הזורים בדמעה, ברינה יקצורו, הזורים בדמעה, ברינה יקצורו, הלוך ילכו בכו, מושך נושא משך הזרע, בוא יבוא ברינה נושא אלומותיו, בוא יבוא ברינה נושא אלומותיו. I will not translate. Every man, whether Jew or Christian or Muslim, can read it in his own language in the book of the books. It is just Psalm 126.
Good go.